Hi, good day. By the way, I'm your narrator for another great adventure of this Greek mythology. So let us now discover another level of adventure. Please enjoy the four great adventures. Otis and Ephialtes, written by Apollodorus. Otis and Ephialtes were twin giant brothers, but they are not, just like we thought, like monsters of old. They were straight of form, noble of face, and tallest among all living earth, and handsomest too. Although they were generally called as Allodae, from Ephemeria's husband named Aulus, but certainly they were sons of Ephemeria and Poseidon, which is the god of the sea. At a young age, they are eager to prove themselves as superiors of all gods. That's why they imprisoned Ares, the god of war, and bound him with a chain of brass and shoot him off. The Olympians were hesitant to free him by force. So they sent Hermes to rescue him cautiously by night time. The giant's arrogance doesn't end the imprisonment of Ares. They even piled the two mountains of Mount Ossa and Mount Pelion to overlap the heights of heaven. With this, Zeus was about to strike them with his power of thunderbolt, but Poseidon begged him for his mercy and promised to keep his sons in order. The twins stopped the war against heaven, placing Poseidon, which is their father. But they created another plan that interested them more. Otis thought that it would be an excellent adventure to carry Hera off, and Ephialtes, his twin brother, with Artemis, for they were in love with them. But the truth was, they only cared for each other. So they drove to decide which should first seize his lady, and the fortune favored Ephialtes. They saw Artemis everywhere over the hills and in the woods, but only found her on the seashore. Artemis already knew about the giant's evil purpose. So, when they sprang after her, she kept straight on over the sea. Since they were sons of Poseidon, which is Otis and Ephialtes, they have no trouble following Artemis. She led them to the wooded island of Naxos. When they had all caught up with her, she disappeared, nowhere to be found. What they saw instead was a lonely milk white hind springing into the forest that made them forget about the goddess. So the pursuit of the beautiful creation. But they lost her in the thick woods and decided to separate ways to double chance in finding her. At the same moment, each suddenly saw her standing, but neither saw that behind was a spider. They both threw the javelin, but the hymn vanished. Weapons spanned across, and they found the young hunters crushed the ground, each first by the spear of each other, slain and being slain by the only creature loved. Such was the vengeance of the punishment of Fortune. So, do you understand the story? The ending of this story was that both Atlas and Ephialtes died by the hand of each other, which Atlas and Ephialtes point their spear into each other. Daedalus was an architect who made a labyrinth, maze, and Crete for the Minotaur in Crete, and showed Ariadne, a Cretan princess and the daughter of King Minos of Crete, how Theseus, an early king of Athens, could escape from the maze. When King Minos learned that the Athenians had found their way out, he was convinced that they escaped by the help of Daedalus. That's why he imprisoned him and his son Icarus in the labyrinth he made, to prove the excellence of the maker to discover the exit without clue. But the great inventor was not at loss. He told his son, escape may be checked by water and land, but the air and the sky are free. So he made 2 pairs of wings for them to escape. They poked him on, and just before they took flight, Daedalus warned Icarus, his son, to keep a middle course cover over the sea, because if he flew too high, the sun might melt the glue and the wings might drop off. However, as what we always know, what others say, youth disregards. As they flew, because Icarus ambushed his father's command, the wings come off. He dropped into the sea and the waters closed over him. His father flew afflicted and safely went to Sicily, where the king received him kindly. So during that time, his father saved his son Icarus, and they went to Sicily. Minos was enraged at his escape and determined to find him. He made a cunning plan. He proclaimed everywhere that a great reward would be given whoever could pass a thread through an intricately spiraled shaft. Daedalus told the Sicilian king that he could do it. He bored a small hole in the closed end of the shaft, fastened thread to an ant, introduced the hole to the ant, and then closed it. The ant finally came out at the other end and the thread also running after, through all the twists and turns. Only Daedalus will think of that. Minos said, and he came to Sicily to seize him. But the king refused to surrender him, and in the contest, Minos was slain. The end. That's it. Thank you for listening.